Hello dear YouTuber friends, and I hope you're all keeping well. Welcome to this new video. 2-for-1 special for you in this video. I'm going to be reviewing the Sirius TL3000 aircraft by FSReborn. Quite a newly released aircraft with great handling and some quite cool features with it. Those features include the ability to bring your GTNXi Pro over to it, really putting the finishing touches. It's like the icing on the cake for this aircraft. So I'll be reviewing the aircraft and then talking about the features and enhancements that the TDS GTNXi brings. It's only available for PC, that's both the GTNXi and the Sirius TL3000 at the moment. This aircraft will likely find its way to the Xbox though. Anyway, let's not dilly-dally. Let's get on with this video. Okay, so let's concentrate on the Sirius TL3000 first. I'm cold and dark at London City Airport, Hoddesdon International. Now, this aircraft is on the marketplace currently. It's only for PC. It's likely to find its way to Xbox, and they have stated that they'll give you a free upgrade for Flight Simulator 2024. So that seems to be confirmed, which is a nice touch. So newly released aircraft, and they're already saying 2024 comes along, you're going to get a free upgrade. There's a bunch of liveries with this aircraft. Let me show you on screen. You've got two variants of the aircraft. You've got like the standard version of the TL3000, and then there's the GTN version. But as you can see, loads of different liveries. There you go, that's enough time. Let's take that off screen. I've got the sort of Fight Against Cancer livery there, which is lovely. It's good calls as well, of course. Cancer is not a game. And it's just a beautiful looking livery. Whilst we're in external mode, look at the texturing going on with the aircraft there. Very nicely done. You can even see my Garmins. They are actually alive in the aircraft, the Garmins, and the pilots and co-pilots, I hope. Yeah, you're still alive, you're moving. But the texturing going on throughout the external modelling there is wonderful. Sublime, I would say. Very, very nice texturing, as you would expect. Get this on the marketplace. I believe it's for $25 at the moment, and whatever that equates to in pounds. I got this given to me by the developers of TDS. They wanted me to showcase the GTNXi working with this aircraft, so they gifted me the aircraft and the GTNXi upgrade. I'll talk more about the GTNXi a little bit later. There you go. Lovely external modelling. Let's get internal. And yeah, it looks very nice. Quite a simple aircraft in its layout. It's sort of prop and throttle control. That's the pitch trim. You've got the autopilot panel up here in case people were struggling to find that or were wondering. It does have autopilot control. And you can see my Garmin's. Nice Garmin system here. Not quite sure what that default one is, but this is the GTNXi. I'll get onto that later. This really elevates the aircraft when you have that installed. And you've got a tablet beside you there. You can open the doors. Interesting, you mouse down on these handles all the way down. Nice animation, isn't it? And all the way up. I'm mousing up, by the way, just to close the door. There we go. And nice. And okay, let's get to the tablet. I've got a quick view selected there. This is a nice touch. It gives you a sort of status of your different parts of the aircraft, how long you've flown it for in some cases. As you can see, I've not flown it much, I've just been flight testing it a bit. And if you go to the realism page, you can turn on battery wear and tear, light bulbs failures, oh dear. Engine oil changes. I've got engine failures and electronic failures turned on. You can turn them on or off. I do like the tyres wear and tear, so I keep them on. Maintenance. You can perform a maintenance, full engine overhaul. Don't need to do that yet, of course. Fuel and weight. It's a nice tablet, nicely laid out. This one I like, the FAQ. Where can I find documentation? There you go. Just scan them in with your phone. Any issues you have, you got this FAQ, and you just FAQ. Better be careful how I pronounce that. And you just open it up each one. It's nice to have that actually in the aircraft rather than having to come out of the aircraft or go into a different screen. And you could scroll down here to find lots of different FAQs there, isn't there? Very nicely done. I do like that part. And the settings as well. So lots to play around with the tablet. Lots to discover. And if you want it to be as realistic as possible, you can do that. Quick view around the internals. There we go. What I'm going to do, people, I'm going to get this started up. Get myself lined up on runway 27. And we'll go for a test flight. Okay, so we're set up and running, runway 27, Hoddesdon International, same livery there. Now let's concentrate on the GTNXi. Now I've got a default view, or a custom view set up so I can go straight to this Garmin system. If you don't know about the GTNXi, I've got a couple of videos that I'm going to link down in the description. Wonderful Garmin system. At airports, for example, you can zoom right in. You get all, and you know, touch the screen, drag it along, you get all the runways, taxiways and goodness knows what. So, you know, if you're using ATC, say taxi along Kilo, Tango, etc. I mean, London City, it's quite straightforward. Zoom in a bit more, you get more information as well. Wonderful for that. One of the things I really, well, that's one thing. Lots of different settings you can mess around with here. With the latest Pro upgrade, we're getting Navigraph charts integration as well. Departure, let's just see. I've got to use this to go down. Oh, you know, that'll do there. Departure charts, approach charts. Goodness knows what. Type in your airport, so very straightforward. Let's do Gatwick. There we go. Enter. Gives you information, all the things that you find on Navigraph are now here in your GTNXi. Isn't that fantastic? And go in and out there, make it full screen and goodness knows what, so you can get a better view of the chart and goodness knows what. There you go, let's just show you another one there. You see, you get the idea, you get all this functionality and then you can move that around, look at what you need to. With the GTNXi. One of the things I most love about this though is the flight planning aspect straight from this, the touch screen flight planning aspect. Graphically edit flight plan. Let's do this. So we'll go from EGLC. We'll fly here. Just touch the next one on this along there. That will do. Over to Heathrow Airport. And come out. You can go as far as you... Oh, no, I don't want to do that. Let's click away from that. Let's say I want to fly to Birmingham up here. So I can plot a route. I can add this. What is that? This will do here. Go in a bit further so I can see... There we go. Add this. This will do here. Come out. Up to Birmingham. Well, add that. Any of them will do for now. It's just a demonstration. EGBB. There you go. I've got a flight plan set up by just clicking and interacting with the screen itself. It's a wonderful Garmin system for that. Another good thing I like, click on Heathrow Airport. You can get airport information, the elevation, and goodness knows what, preview of it. And you can zoom in and out there to see the runways, terminals, and goodness knows what, taxiways, procedures. Gives you the runway information and frequencies. I won't go too far with that, I'll show you something in the air. Now, like I said, it does have a Garmin system. What am I on there? Just change my CDI, so this is back to GPS. I can interact with the autopilot here. I won't do. I'm just going to set an altitude on my multi-panel. It all works because it's got autopilot functionality. Throttle up. and we'll go off for a flight. It's got an interesting feel when you're taking off. It feels, for all intents and purposes, like an electric aircraft. Almost like driving an electric car when you're on the ground here. Can you hear the sound as well? It's got a very unique feel to it, the aircraft. Take off. Gonna fly it manually for a bit because it's a lovely aircraft to fly. It can cruise around 140 knots as well, which is quite speedy. There we go. Not sure what that lag was about. FPS generally is fine in this aircraft. Could just be that I'm recording in high quality as well at the moment. There you go. Manual flying. Very reactive to your inputs. And you can change that with sensitivity. I don't need to. I like it just like this. It feels just nice and natural. Small inputs for your pitch. And elevator. Aileron axis as well. Your banking axis. Very, very nice. And then, when you've had enough of that, you can click it on autopilot. And I'll select, I mean I can do it from up here, but I'll select nav mode. Let's do that. So autopilot and nav, it's going to follow my course. And climb me. What if I set my autopilot to 1,200 feet? It's going to follow the course as it does in other aircraft. And you can change the vertical speed, your rate of climb, that type of thing. Let's bring that down to 600 feet per minute. That's fine. And there we go. We're on our course now, following our nav. GPS is locked on. Let's take that off and manual fly it. It's a lovely aircraft to fly. Okay, actually, let's put it back on nav because I want to show you a little bit more with this GTNXi. So one of the things, now if you want to know, let's go back a bit. If you want to know how to get your charts up and running in the GTNXi, I'm going to link a video. One of the videos I linked is the Pro upgrade. And I talk you through there how to get your Navigraph charts up and running. There you go, it's actually Birmingham now, approaches. Up and running with the GTNXi Pro. I won't repeat it here because that can take a long time, but that's how you get your charts up and running, Navigraph charts. What I do like with this as well, I showed you can get airport information. I can just click on Heathrow Airport, EGLL, go to the frequencies tab which it's already on, and I can come down here and tune in from here to ILS 27 left. Let's choose that. 27 right. ILS 27 right. Click on that and make it active. It will make it active once I'm nearer the airport. Go back to my map. I can click my CDI to change this to localizer 1. And then I can do an autopilot approach. What am I climbing to there? Let me just make sure my altimeter was correct. I've got a feeling it was way out. It was indeed. Should have checked that. Never mind, I'll just descend. There we go. Come back down to 1,200 feet. And we're on our way to Heathrow Airport. So yeah, GTNXi integration really makes any aircraft, in my opinion, next level. I use it in the Comanche and it's brilliant for that. Just manually, just get into your aircraft. Don't have a flight plan. In fact, your flight plans on the world map won't carry across. You've got to do it a separate way. Go and look at my previous 2 videos and other videos, live streams that I've done when I'm using the GTNXi. You have to do that a different way. Maybe I'll do a video specifically on how to create flight plans for this externally and then import them. But as you just saw, I could graphically edit a plan quickly using the Garmin system itself. Wonderful in that aspect. What I'm going to do, I'm going to bring myself back around to runway Hoddesdon International, come in for a landing there, then I'll wrap up because I like to manually fly this. The best aspects of this aircraft is manually flying it without a doubt. Concentrating back on the TL3000 now. So I'll get back up to altitude there, get nearer to the airport, and I'll bring you back. Okay, a few minutes later, I'm lined up now with runway 9 at Hoddesdon International there. I brought my throttle back to 25% employed throttle. It's one of those aircraft where you really have to come back on that throttle to get it down near towards flaps range. Let's just carry on. It really is a joy to fly. Small adjustments to your ailerons and elevator. That's all you'll need. And you can quite comfortably, pretty much at any speed, control this aircraft and get it into a nice profile. Goodness me, it does feel good. Not quite up there with the Comanche, but it's a lot better than the default aircraft. If you think of something like the Cessnas in this case, this controls a lot more fluidly. Quite easy to control Xboxes. Oh, I do hope this comes to Xbox soon. I'm just going to put a stage of flaps in there. Control my speed a little bit better. I was down towards flaps anyway, flaps range somewhat. Bit low there, so I'm just going to try and maintain my altitude. Just using now throttle and my yoke axis there, just to help me maintain that. Pull up a little bit. So easy to maintain a profile with this aircraft, I've got to say. Can I confess, this is my first landing in this aircraft. I've flown it around and then sort of stopped what I was doing to get onto something else to do with the aircraft. I never actually came to landing it, so this should prove interesting. Oh, let me slow down even more. That got very tiny amount. Maybe 10% throttle engaged there. You really have to judge your approaches, but it's an ultralight, so it should land and stop pretty easily. I've got another stage of flaps in there. Just doesn't want to slow down. So yeah, judge, preempt landings. I'm not going to worry about a long landing here. I know I'm going to have plenty of room on this runway. Just want to kill some speed. And you can hold and maintain a float over the runway quite easily. Look how much I'm floating there. I have touched down, believe it or not. Hardly felt it myself there. Oh, okay. I'm employing brakes. Yeah, you really have to judge. I thought it would stop a lot quicker than that, but we have stopped. I may have to adjust my rudder sensitivities with this aircraft. I've not touched them. Just come off the runway there. And parking brake on. Yeah. Now let's stop, shall we? And bring up those flaps. There we go. And all should be well. Okay. So conclusion, recommendation. First for the TL3000 aircraft. Wonderful aircraft to fly. It's got a very fluid flight model, as I just showed you. As I was floating over that runway there, I could have held that for a if it was a longer runway, I could have held that almost indefinitely. Interesting flight model. You do have to preempt, I've just realised there, when you're coming into land. Get that timed right well before you get on your approach phase for your runways, just so you get down to speed. And goodness knows what, when you're in the air, it just, like I said, just feels very fluid and natural to fly. Lovely sound set to it, and lovely flight dynamics, something different. And when you get into the aircraft, quick view for the tablet there, this is very nice. Keep an eye on your aircraft state. Turn whatever realism settings you want on. You've got an FAQ there, which I showed you before. Integrate it with this GTNXi and it's next level, but this will remain PC only, I'm afraid, people. There you go. Both recommended for me. But I already fully endorse this GTNXi. I always have ever since I first tried it. But the aircraft itself, lovely fly, well recommended. Let me know your thoughts, give the video a like if you've enjoyed it, subscribe for more, and I'll see you soon.